Hey guys, have you ever spent a ridiculous amount of time, effort, and energy on preparing something only to feel unimaginably unprepared? That's how I feel right now. But let me explain first. I'm about to graduate from college with a bachelor's degree in accounting. According to most surveys, accounting is one of the most valued degrees. As exciting of a time as graduation is, it's also a very scary time. I have to get a big person job to take on a big person responsibilities. Am I really ready for this? For my internships, I feel vastly underqualified to do the work my mentors and peers are regularly doing. How much has my degree really helped me for the next stage of my life? In this speech, I want to talk to you about and trying to persuade you as a student and any administration that's listening that college needs more real life classes. I'm going to talk first about the expenses of going to college and then go over some of the things that I wish that I'd learned. And then I'm going to talk about some of the classes that I didn't think were useful and I doubt I'll ever use again, but I had to learn. And then I'm going to read from a few Forbes articles that I find very applicable and it jumped out to me. So the first cost that comes to my mind when college, monetary expenses or money that I spent to attend college. According to College Board, an average public four-year college costs $20,000. So if you multiply that out by 4 years, college costs $80,000. Nice chunk. But that's not even bad when you compare that to the private nonprofit four-year college. It costs $45,000 per year there, so that equals about $180,000. Luckily, BYU Idaho is subsidized and it's a bit cheaper. According to their website, the total cost of attending BYU Idaho, if you attend for 8 semesters, is $12,798. If you break that out into 8 semesters, it's about $3,200 a semester. Breaking that down even further, tuition is $2,000, housing is $1,000. That means books and fees are $200. So the next expense that I think of is the time that I've spent on my education. And I'm going to break this down to more than just college. I'm going to go into high school as well. So high school, I spent 5,040 hours in class, 5,040 hours, in class, and about half an hour per hour outside of class doing homework. So about 7,500 total hours. Middle school and elementary school spent a little over 10,000 hours learning there. And in college, I spent 10 semesters and doing about 15 credits, 14 weeks, about 21,000 hours in class. And they want you to do 3 hours of homework for every hour in class you have. So that's 6,300 hours of homework and 8,400 total hours. So if you combine all of these hours, I spent 27,000 hours learning and just adding to my knowledge. It's an incredible amount of time and lots of preparedness. And I learned what my teachers have said was important. So as I'm about to graduate, I've become aware of how little I know for moving on to life after college. I think that my schooling has done not the best job of preparing me. I believe that school, both pre-college and college, should focus more on necessary skills for surviving and thriving in the real world, rather than book smarts. What I learned in my foundations classes, for example, the history of art and music, what every day was like in the Renaissance, and what the popular stuff was back in the 1200s, Pythagorean theorem, quadratic formula, photosynthesis, conjunctions, SOHCAHTOA, or sine, cosine, and tangent, natural disasters in immense detail, more science and math stuff, English diagramming sentences. It's stuff that's important, but how much does it help the average person in the real world? It doesn't very much. I studied it, I was able to regurgitate it on tests, and I moved on and I haven't touched it since. A few topics that would have been nice to learn are finances. As an accounting major, I've had quite a bit of chance and opportunity to do finances. Taxes, I've taken 2 classes on taxes, but unless you're an accounting major, you're not going to take those classes. Everyone hits taxes every year. That's something that everyone should at least have a solid background of. Checks, personal investing, I haven't had any personal investing classes or money management. Those would be immensely important. Buying, negotiating, and researching.